So today I'm talking how celebrants are the solution to the problems that you won't realise that are there until it could possibly be too late. Which sounds a bit dramatic, and actually it's never too late, but it will affect your budget. Now, last year, oh God, as in 2021, how weird is that? That's last year now. Last year, I would say maybe a quarter of my weddings were from couples who had jumped on the wedding planning bandwagon, gone to the venue. They're like, "Oh my God, I'm engaged. Right, let's venue shop." And the venues were like, "Great, when's your date? When you put the registrar?" And they're like, "Oh, but we better do that." And then they put the registrar. Then they go back to the venue, and they're like, "Right, so we put your registrar. It's this date." They start going down the planning route. They start, doing all the other stuff that's not ceremony. The breakfast, the dinner, the disco, da 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 da. And then finally, probably about 4 months before the wedding, they go, "Oh, we should probably pay some attention to the ceremony." And it's then they realise they don't have any control and they don't really have any choice and they don't really have any freedom. And that actually they come from different cultures. They wanted to include a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Their Auntie Jean wanted to do like a Catholic prayer, but the groom's brother wanted to do a Hindu blessing, and it turns out that they can't do any of that. But they've booked everything. So there was a few panicky phone calls from people going, "Oh my God, can you help?" And I was like, yes I can. So like you research everything else, remember to research your actual ceremony and your choices, because you do have so much choice when you choose a celebrant. When you have a registrar, particularly if you're dual heritage or you're a mixed culture couple, or it's two different faiths coming together. One of the reasons I am not a vicar or a registrar is that I don't want to say when and when love can't happen, and what words are right for you to say and what words are not right for you to say. That's not my job. My job is to make sure that I facilitate you saying what it is that you want to say. So especially if you're, one's religious, one isn't, or you've got this as a cultural background, but it's not actually a religious background, it's a cultural background, but you do want to incorporate it as culture, but the registrar would see it as religious, or, you come from two different religions, stroke cultures, and at some point someone's going to get offended because you have to say no to it. And that's where ceremony with a celebrant flips it, and we say yes. We say yes to all of that. So when I've done, for example, I've got quite a few overseas. I do quite a few Anglo-Americans, and I do a lot of teaching overseas. So if they've gone to teach English overseas and met someone out in Singapore or wherever, then they come over here. It's kind of nods like, "Oh, we would like to do a Chinese tea ceremony. Is that okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's absolutely fine." Celebrants mean that you can have what you want, say what you want, do what you want in the way that you would choose to do it, not in the way that the rules of the council or the church, whatever religion it is, tell you. You are the client, it's your words, it's 100% ceremonial, so you have complete control. And it means that you can, I can, the celebrant can, and you as a team can say yes to what you want and honour all those sides of your personality, all those sides of the family, all that sense of duty, your patriarchy, whatever it is that might get your knickers in a twist or might get you in the hot sweats that, "Oh my God, my gran's going to turn in their grave because I haven't had a church wedding." All those things that you're worrying about, a celebrant can solve. It's so simple. But it's such a key message to get through. We're the freedom choice, completely freedom. So do your paperwork, do your legals, so that your marriage contract stands and you haven't just had a pretty wedding. Do your marriage contract, get yourself in law as each other's kin and your marriage contract. It's 2 sentences. I call upon these persons here present. I know not of any lawful impediment. 60, 70, 80 quid later, whatever it is, if you do the 2 by 2 on the Thursday morning, and then have a completely freedom designed based ceremony so that everyone's happy, but you two as the couple, or the mother of the bride if you're fretting, or sometimes quite a lot I get grooms on here or brothers or fathers just kind of going, how do we keep everyone happy and make sure that I'm paying for it and I don't want to feel like it knee jerks with my values. Having a celebrant means that you can incorporate the values that you want to incorporate at your wedding. So it's the freedom choice. It's a yes, yes, yes. Look into it. If you haven't looked into it and you're, say, 4 months away and you want to look into it because you suddenly go, oh my God, that would solve my problems. It's doable. I did 3 weddings last year that were shared with the registrar. The registrar did the marriage. They then said, I'm going to hand over to Helen. Da, la, la. And sometimes I'd walk in with a dog, not mine, the couple's. There's various ways of doing it. Sometimes the registrar came really early and did like the 9:30 slot. Then they went off and got ready, and then they had a 2 o'clock wedding. And sometimes we did it the other way. We had, say, a 1 o'clock wedding, and then when everyone went off for canapes, the registrar came for a 2 o'clock registration. And while everyone was having canapes, we went into the other room, and I was a witness because it didn't matter. The registrar knew they weren't being part of the ceremony, but I got to see it through. And that's really nice. So I've been the witness at 3 of the weddings last year, which was really nice. So you've got that continuity. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Yes, yes, yes. Celebrant. Hopefully that's helpful. I've got to go because I've got a live to attend. Lots of love. Thanks for joining.